Organizing your OneNote is something I wanted to talk about because as I've been grading more and more things in OneNote, I'm seeing that more and more of you have OneNotes that are very unorganized and they make it very, very hard to find things. All right, so I want to talk about a couple of things here. I noticed that some of you are just creating new tabs and then doing work in the new tabs and just leaving the new tabs with no name. I would suggest that you don't create a lot of new tabs because the more tabs you get, the harder it is to find things. I would suggest that you create pages instead of new tabs. So the first thing I want to talk about is how do you rename a tab, just in case you have some tabs that you want to rename. If you go to the tab and you right click on it, you can click rename and you can rename the tab. Be very careful. Don't rename the tabs that I gave you because if you do, it will not distribute the pages to you correctly and you're going to have a whole headache that you don't want to have, okay? The next thing is you can make pages. So let's say that you are in here and you're trying to make pages. So let me go into a student notebook so it looks like your guys does. All right, so I'm in one here. So let's say I'm working on some stuff in, Schoology, or we're actually going to start using something new pretty soon. And I want to keep track of problems I'm doing at 2.4, 2.5, level 1. So if I click add page, it'll add one down at the bottom. And I can say 2.4, 2.5. And the new thing we're going to call this called Moodle. All right, so Moodle. And then what I can do is I can bring it up here and put it right there so I can keep track of it, keep it in the same area. All right. Then I can put problems in here. I can even put a date there. So I can say 10/29 because I'm working on this on the 29th. And that way I have a date. So I can also be able to keep track of things better. The next thing I want to show you guys how to do, if you look at my notebook, so let me go back to my notebook for a second here. You'll notice that I have a lot of pages that are indented, like this one right here. And what I've begun to do, and this is new this year, I didn't used to do this, is I'm putting pages underneath pages that they go along with for a couple of reasons. Number one, it makes it way easier for me to find things, all right? When I'm looking through, it's less pages all out there. If I go to my unit 1, I don't think I indented stuff, did I? I did end up indenting stuff. But if I look at one where they're not indented, so let me go back to the one I was in, where nothing's indented, it's harder to find things and keep track of things. So just as an example here, so here's 2.4, 2.5, level 1. Okay, here's the done one. If I right click on it and click make subpage, it moves it in a little bit. All right, I'll do the same thing with this one. I'm going to right click on it and click make subpage. All right, since I've been doing this so much, I actually added these to my shortcut bar up here. And if you don't remember how to do that, you click the little thing, drop down thing, you click, whoops, not that, do not do that. You click the little drop down arrow and you click more commands. And then if you click all commands from right here, you can add, again, anything you want. Those are called make subpage. All right, so it's an M for make subpage. Right there, make subpage, and also promote subpage, that's in case you want to kick one back out that you didn't mean to do. So promote subpage. And if you add both of those, they'll be right here. So then at any point in time, if I say I want that, just go like that and then click on it. The second thing that this does, and let me go back to my notebook here, is if I put things in there, I can actually close up sections of this. So Unit 1 quiz grade. Reflection. I can close this up and it shrinks the things that are under there. So I can make my stuff a lot more nice to look at. Where you may want to consider doing this is in your daily agenda. So what I've begun doing in mine is I have all my old daily agendas in a tab called Old Daily Agendas. And then I can shrink them so I don't see all of the daily agendas, okay? I can't send you pages that are subpages because even if I have them as subpages, it doesn't send them. So if I then take this and make it a subpage underneath that daily agenda, it opens it back up, but I'm able to go here and then close it. And now I only have one right there. All right, I can always open it back up and see those things. So those are some things I would consider doing as we move forward into the rest of this stuff. Don't make a lot of tabs, all right? Don't make any tabs, really. Make pages inside of your notebook that show what you're doing, all right? And give them good names like I talk about all the time. So if I'm doing some stuff in Schoology or Moodle or taking a quiz or whatever I'm doing, I can call it that. I can put a date on it, which is even better, all right? Or maybe attempt 1 or something. But what I would do is I would put, this, and then I would title it attempt 1. And then I would put my attempt 1 problems underneath here so that I can keep track of things, okay? And then that subpage thing I think is going to be Really important to help you guys organize things as you begin to hopefully get a little bit better at keeping this stuff together so that you can use it better on tests and even just studying.